All right, family. All right, welcome back to another edition of Melon News. We're gonna go ahead and get it started. Today is June 28, 2021. All right, look at the S&P Dow, NASDAQ, and Future, Russell's 2000. We're looking at mixed across the board. All right, so that's what we're looking at this morning. All right, take a look at some other indexes for the market. All right, let's take a look at the Nikkei and the FTSE. All right, the Nikkei is down a little bit under 20, and the FTSE is down a little bit under 30. All right, as well. Sorry about that, excuse me. All right, look, you got the Bitcoin and crypto. So, all right, Bitcoin is up big, going to reaching over 34,000 right now. And CMC crypto is down a little bit, just up under 840. All right. So we're gonna switch over back, take a look at the 10-year bond. We're looking at 1,500, 1,553.60, 1.5360. All right, look at that VIX, 1612. All right, then look at some currencies. Look at the GBP to the US dollar, and the US dollar to the Japanese yen. Both GBP to US dollars up, and the US dollar to the Japanese yen is I'm sorry, that's backwards. US dollar to Japanese yen is running down just up under about 5 cents. All right, as well too. All right, but keep an eye on the 10-year bond as well too. All right, so let's go and get into some actual precious metals news. All right, get this camera view a little bit better. I look at that world spot price. The market's open. We see gold is down big under 1,800 an ounce. All right, the asking price 1770.80. All right, then you see silver is down. All right, as well too across the board. All metals, all precious metals looking down as well too. All right, even rhodium is taking a beating all the way from almost 30,000 an ounce to 19,200 an ounce. Sorry, asking price as well too. All right, and then the ratios. See the silver price is hanging around 68, close to 68 flat, and down to 67. All right, for ounce per gold. All right, as well too. All right, so let's look at the other side of the economic standpoint, precious metals. Let's get into some actual news here, coming from zerohedge.com. All right, America's largest landlord got bigger. Blackstone buys 17,000 homes for $6 billion. As many people are being forced out of their homes. Many people think these moratoriums are just good to go, everybody's squared away. But some people have been slipping through the cracks. They have been getting foreclosed on. And since these housing market has chosen to skyrocket, due to people moving out of the cities and bidding up homes, sometimes you're getting 70 to 80 bids for one home. Some of these major companies, they're coming in and buying homes because they can afford to actually outbid actually regular folks, regular common folks. Me and you, fam. Me and you. Right. So yeah, they can outbid. Like I said again, they can outbid us folks, us common folks, the common man, the common woman. So they come in and buying up all these homes, and they're going to go ahead, instead of reselling these homes, they're fixing them up and turn them into rental properties, so they can actually get their money back and double it even more and more as well too. All right. So get a hold of this this article here. It's from zerohedge.com as well too. All right, zerohedge.com. That seems to be the new thing. As more and more of these big companies come in, they see the more dollars. They see they're getting the bang for their buck when they're buying up these homes, and they can actually turn into rental properties. All right. So it goes to something that Bill Gates said: "You will own nothing but be happy." All right. They don't want anybody owning any houses, any land outside of these major cities where they can gather people in like cattle and herd them and treat them all sorts of ways. All right, so this bigger part of a bigger picture. Get a hold of this from zerohedge.com, family. All right. So we switch over to our next story here, and this is from zerohedge.com. Focus in a little bit more on this one right here. A little bit too much. All right. So if you see this right here. All right, got some articles to read from here, right? This is from Shadowstats.com, right? John Williams' site, Shadowstats.com. All right, Fed chairman on July 16th, inflation could be higher than we predicted and more than expected, all right? So with them saying that inflation is not going to run away, it's transitory, it's not going to last long. Most people, this under the radar, that the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell just about over 12 days ago came out and flat out said that they expect inflation to be higher and they're going to expect to be more. So 2% inflation is BS. We can call bull on that one, and they expected to get really big. And with that one, the money supply and monetary base growth continue to explode. All right, U.S. government's financial condition deteriorated sharply in 2020. All right, so they coming out flatting out admitted they wait longer and longer when people start paying attention to the previous year that they're admitting now. that they go ahead and expect inflation to be higher, probably going into hyperinflation, but they're going to, at the same time, they're going to compound the problem by increasing the money supply. All right, this goes into the de-dollarization. All right, people realize that the more money the more money dump into the system, into the economy, that's free money, and that means the more it is being devalued. You want to see why it's costing you so much money to go buy some fast food, to go buy a Whopper with cheese. Guess what? This is the reason why, because there's so much currency in the place. All right, things are getting more and more expensive the more currency it is. All right. All right, and the U.S. government deteriorated in 2020. That's someone new. That's not nothing new. That's good to go. All right. All right, then we switch over to some other articles down here. All right, and more to come. See this right here from zerohedge.com. All right. Revisions and pending revision keys. Economic numbers show that only the collapse has worsened that headlines. Worse than the headlines. All right. So while the news media in this country is reporting, oh, the Mollica virus is Sleepy Joe is the greatest thing that happened since sliced bread. The economy's gotten worse and worse and worse. All right, they want to talk about everything else but the economy. All right, remember it was our sluggish recovery. Then it was just total collapse when Trump was in office, and now the economy is roaring back. When the economy never recovered, it's getting sicker and sicker. All right, severe systematic structural damage is shown. All right, shown from the shutdown is forestalling meaningful economic rebound in 2022, a rebound irreversible of the advancements from the corona vaccines. All right, I ain't worried about that one, but don't worry about the first part. I ain't worried about the Marley virus and then whatever they come up with. But the first part, severe systematic structural damage to the economy. All right, because of these shutdowns and these whatever they want to do, they want to make it big like they're the big bad. They've caused major damages. All right, and their total foolishness of what they were doing is coming to light. All right. And the third article down here, panic unlimited Federal Reserve money creation and federal government deficit spending continues and likely to expand, triggering a major domestic inflation. There you go right there. Read that again. That's very important. Panic unlimited Federal Reserve money creation that create money out of thin air and federal government deficit. Remember, they're continuing to spend money. And then what is coming in the middle of next month, starting on July 15th? The advancement of the child tax credit refund. Remember, that is an advancement. All right, because I got one of those letters too. I sat back and read it, and when they tell me, if you got your letter, read it very carefully and read that word. This is an advancement. They actually said the word an advancement on the child tax credit they're going to pay you. They're going to pay you all the way to December. So when you take it and you file your taxes, I'm not giving anybody financial advice. I can't give any financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a paid. I'm not certified in anything else. But this is what I'm considering de-enrolling myself from de-enrolling me, myself, and my family from that program. All right, just waiting for the website IRS to come up and then go ahead and de-enroll myself. This is what I'm considering. All right. So again, I'm not a financial advisor. You do what you're gonna do. All right. They continue to spend, but with this coming out, this is more and more spending. All right. And then guess what? With the fundamental dollar debasement intensifying, holding physical gold and silver protects the purchasing power of one's assets, irrespective of near-term central bank or other machinization to the contrary. All right. So that is right there. You hold your own physical precious metals in your hand, not ETFs, not some electronic, not some allocated crap that they talking about. You actually hold it in your hand. It belongs to you. That way you can protect your own assets. All right. And then the things you don't enough. I'm sorry, that was the first article was from those articles from John Williams, Shadowstats.com. All right, then we go to fxstreet.com. All right, fxstreet.com. Central banks keep buying gold. There we go. All right, if they keep telling you that gold is it's an old relic, it's not worth anything, think about it. What it is here. All right, look at this article here. The central banks don't think it is. Ben Bernanke once said gold is a dead relic. It's old. It's not worth holding. Go ahead and sell it. That's because him and his cronies were telling the world that, and they're gonna go ahead and keep buying up that central gold. All right, that gold all around the world. All right, don't listen to these people. Watch their actions. All right. So when they get on the news, say gold is precious metal is a dead relic. Don't worry about it. Call the BS flag on that one. All right, because the central banks should keep buying gold. All right, so get a hold of that article. That's from fxstreet.com. All right, central banks keep buying gold. All right, and then go back to zerohedge.com for our final article. One more state continues to struggle. Illinois struggles to pay its bills despite tax hikes and Biden's bailouts. All right, so that article says it all right there from zerohedge.com. All right, this is what happens when you have a failed monetary policy. They can't even pay their bills. They get the bailouts from the government and they still can't pay their bills. If that ain't corruption for you, guess what? I don't know what it is. And look at this right here. Keep going down. Illinois is broke. They showed their favorite son, Abraham Lincoln. All right, he's holding his pockets out. If they don't tell you, they call it the land of Lincoln. That's what Illinois is. All right, if you don't see what's going on, now more power to you. I can't help you. All right, so there it is right there. Despite they tax their people out of the yin yang. I've actually lived in Illinois for a little bit of a time before I got out of here and moved to Wisconsin because what they was going on doing up in Springfield. They actually at one point they actually raised taxes over. They had an emergency meeting overnight, and when the people woke up in Illinois, the Illinoisans, they woke up and realized that property taxes had went up. This is the kind of shenanigans they do in Illinois. All right. So the corruption is real. It is very much real. Despite all that, they still run a big budget deficit. They raise taxes out the yin yang. Chicago just raised property taxes on homes, and they still get bailouts, and they still can't pay their bills. All right. With that being said, we want to thank you once again for joining us on this edition of Melody Common News. Stay safe, be sound. Get ready for the financial collapse all around you. De-dollarization of the world is real. 34 more countries have decided to debuckle themselves from the dollar and the SWIFT system. All right. So be ready for domestic U.S. dollar only, no international dollar. So get ready. I want you to know, be safe, be sound. Remember, take control of your finances. You're your own best banker. You're your own best credit union. You're your own best savings and loans. You're your own best financier. Get that community system started. Get your neighbors. Get your community started. Switch over to other communities. And remember, everything starts local. Be safe, be sound. And once again, thank you for joining another edition of Melody Common News. Let's get it started.